In the last lecture, we have learnt about kinematic graphs, and we have got introduction about different types of kinematic graphs and different cases as well. And today we will continue our discussion with kinematic graphs. In this particular video session, we will be learning few applications based on these kinematic graphs. Before that, let me give you one small table so that it becomes very easy to remember. We have three different types of graphs, right? ST, VT, and EAT. These are the three different types of graphs which we have. You can calculate slope and as well as area for any graph. So if you calculate slope, what do you get? And if you calculate area, what do you get from these graphs? So I'll tell you now briefly within 1 minute. Slope of ST graph gives you velocity. Area of ST graph gives you nothing. Slope of VT graph gives you acceleration. Slope of VT graph gives you acceleration. Area of VT graph gives you change in the displacement, delta S. Slope of AT graph gives you nothing. Area of AT graph gives you change in velocity. Right? So this is one important conclusion which you need to remember from previous lectures, because we will be using these concepts in solving problems today. So slope of ST graph gives you velocity, slope of VT graph gives acceleration, slope of AT graph gives nothing, because acceleration by time, we do not have any such physical quantity in kinematics. Therefore, slope of AT graph gives nothing. Area of ST graph gives nothing, because displacement into time, you do not have any such physical quantity in kinematics. Area of VT graph, it gives you change in the displacement. Area of AT graph gives you change in the velocity, right? So these are the important conclusions which we have learned from previous graphs. Remember this. Now let us learn the same thing with pictorial form. See, here we have position time graph. Position time graph, if you are calculating slope, you are getting velocity. Velocity time graph, slope if you are calculating acceleration time. So one step forward. Position time, one step forward, velocity. Velocity time, one step forward gives you acceleration. So slope gives you one step forward. Likewise, if you are calculating area, it is one step backward. Acceleration time graph, area gives you one step backward, that gives velocity time. And velocity time graph, area one step backward gives you position time, right? So these things you should keep it in your mind for solving problems. Now let us learn one basic problem depending upon kinematic graphs, and it is very simple problem, but understand what I have told you just now, area and slope, when to calculate area and when to calculate slope. So if those things are clear, then easily you can solve these problems. Now students, in this particular problem, we are asked to find out distance traveled from the distance time graph. See, this is distance time graph, it is in meter, time is in second. This is in meter, distance, and it is in meter. Now you are supposed to find out total distance traveled, total displacement covered, average speed, and average velocity. All these quantities you are supposed to calculate. So in order to calculate these all, as it is distance time graph itself gives you distance traveled and as well as displacement, right? Now let us learn first question, how to solve it. Find the total distance traveled, right? Initially, where is body? Body is at position, this position O. It is going to position A, and then from A to B, B to C. Now initially body is at rest, displacement is 0, and at 5th second, check it up, this is 5th second. At 5th second, where is displacement of the body? Displacement of body is 50 meter. And next coming to 12th second, body is having same displacement. So that means from 5 second to 12 second, body is standing at 50th meter only, it is not moving. So it represents that body is in rest position from A to B. Again, from B to C, that means from 12th second to 17th second, body is traveling in opposite direction. From 50 meter, it is coming to 40, and then it is coming to 30, and then it is coming to 20, and then it is coming to 10, and then finally it is coming to 0, right? So therefore, what is the initial position? Initially, it is starting at 0 meter. Finally, after 17th second, it is again coming back to 0 meter, right? So now I'll be finding out distance traveled and displacement. Distance traveled is equal to 0 to 5 second. How much length it is? 50 meter in 0 to 5 second. Next, from 5 second to 12 second, it is traveling. It is rest in 5 to 12. And next 50 meter in 12 to 17. What is the total distance traveled? 50 plus 50, this is equal to 100 meter in 0 to 17 second. This is distance traveled. Total it is 100 meter, right? Next, number 2, you are supposed to find out displacement. Displacement is equal to, see, from 0 to 5 second, it is having a displacement of plus 50. So it is plus 50 meter from 0 to 5 second. Next, 0 meter from 5 second to 12 second. Next, again from 12 second to 17 second, it is having a displacement of minus 50 meter. Why it is? Finally, it is coming to 0. Initially, it is at 50 meter. 0 minus 50, it is minus 50. From time 12 second to 17 second. Therefore, what is net displacement? S1 bar plus S2 bar plus S3 bar, which is equal to 0. So displacement traveled by the body is equal to 0, right? Next, question number 3. Find average speed and average velocity. What is formula for V average? V average is equal to total distance traveled by total time taken, 100 divided by 17 meter per second, and V bar average is equal to 0 by 17. This is equal to 0. Average velocity is equal to 0 and average speed is equal to 100 by 17 meter per second. This is the way you can get total information from one single graph, right? Coming to the next problem, here we have velocity time graph, and in this velocity time graph, you are supposed to find out total displacement covered, average velocity, and as well as acceleration from 0 to 4, 4 to 6, and 7 to 10 seconds. Now it is mentioned velocity time graph. This is velocity time. Time is in second and velocity is in meter per second. You are now supposed to find out total displacement covered by the body, right? Now from velocity time graph, see, this is graph which is uneven. It's not like from 0 to 4 second, it is straight line passing to the origin. This is case 2. From 4 to 6 second, it is a straight line which comes under case 1. 6 to 7 second, again it comes under case 2. 7 to 10 second, again it comes under case 2. These all overall you should add them so that you will be getting the net figure. Now first let me give some names to this. I name it as O, I name it as A, and this position is B, and it is C, and this position I name it as D, and this point 7 I name it as E, and this point I name it as F. Why I am denoting these, I'll tell you. Okay, so these notations I have given initially. Now let us come to solution. First one, total displacement covered. What kind of graph it is? It is velocity time graph. velocity time graph, you should find out displacement. So how do you get? Area of VT graph gives delta S. Area of velocity time graph gives you displacement. So area of O, A, B, C, D, O, this total area of this graph is equal to delta S bar. So area you need to calculate. So in order to calculate area, I will divide this total figure into different parts. So how I will divide it, I will show you. So first from 0 to A, this one I am considering it as 1, and this is a triangle. This is 1 and it is triangle. Okay. And next from here to here, I'll consider it as a rectangle or a square, and this is region 2. Okay. Next coming to third, this is region 3. This is region 3. And the last one coming to fourth one, this is 4. This is region 4. You should now calculate area of this total. Okay. Region 1, 2, 3 and 4. Now in order to find out this, what I'll do, I'll use basic rules of triangle, area of triangle and area of rectangle. So delta S is equal to area of triangle OAG plus rectangle AFEG plus triangle BCF plus triangle CDE, right? So if you calculate area of these all, you will be getting delta S, right? Now I should find out area of the triangle. Delta S is equal to, first triangle it is half into base into height. Half into base is from 4 to 0. 4 minus 0. And what about height of this triangle? AG. AG is nothing but 3 minus 0. 3 minus 0. And unit will be meter plus. Next you have a rectangle. Length into breadth. How much is length? 7 minus 4. How much is breadth? Breadth is AG or EF. That is 3 minus 0. Plus area of the triangle, third triangle, it is half into base BF. BF is 7 minus 6. And what about height? Height is CF. CF is 6 minus 3. Plus last triangle, half into base is DE. DE is 10 minus 6. Sorry, 10 minus 7. And height is CE. CE is 6 minus 0. Okay. And this becomes 3. And this is 1, and this will not cancel, this also, and here it is 2. This is equal to 236 meter plus 7 minus 4 is 3. 3 is 9 meter plus 7 minus 6 is 1, and 6 minus 3 is 3. 3 by 2 meter plus last it is 10 minus 7 is 3, and 3 9. It is 9 meter. This is equal to 9 9 18 24 24. Is it not 9 9 18? Anywhere did I make mistake? Here it is 3 is 9. 3 and 7 minus 4. Okay, 24 plus 3 by 2. This is equal to 2 4 8 and 2 2 is 4. 48 plus 3 divided by 2. It is 51 divided by 2. This is delta S and it is in meter. Nearly it is 2 2 is 4. Remainder is 1 and 2 5 is 10.1025. This is equal to 25.5 meter. That is the total displacement traveled by the body. So displacement covered Just you are finding out the area so that you will be getting answer 25.5 meter. That is displacement covered. Next, you should find out average velocity, right? V average, question number 2. V average is equal to total displacement divided by total time, right? Total displacement is 22.5, sorry, 25.5 divided by total time, it is 10 seconds. So V average is equal to 2.55 meter per second. This is average velocity. Next, question number 3. You should find out acceleration from 0 to 4 second, 4 to 6 and 7 to 10. Now 0 to 4 second, you can come it up 0 to 4. So how do you get acceleration? Slope of VT graph gives acceleration. Therefore, I should find out slope over here, right? Question A. Now slope of 0 to 4 second. So it is A is equal to slope delta V divided by delta T. What is delta V? It is 3 minus 0 divided by 4 minus 0. That is 3 by 4 meter per second square. From here to here. O to A. 3 minus 0. 4 minus 0. Next B. You should find out slope for 4 second to 6 second. 4 to 6 second. Acceleration A2 will be equal to 0. Because it is constant speed, speed is not changing, slope is 0 for that. Next question C, it is from 7 to 10. 7 to 10 mean here to here. 7 to 10. Okay, last triangle. That is A3, which is equal to final delta V divided by delta T. That is V final minus V initial divided by T final minus T initial. What is V final? 0. What is V initial? 6. Only for that triangle you need to take V initial divided by 10 minus 7, which is equal to minus 3 meter per second square. And remember that 0 to A, it is positive acceleration. This is acceleration positive. And here acceleration is equal to 0. And here acceleration is positive. And here acceleration is negative. Clear? So from this whole graph, we can find out, as it is velocity time graph, you have dual advantage. You can find out displacement and as well as acceleration just by calculating slope and area. Sorry students, here it is minus 2. This is minus 2. It is minus 6 divided by 3. This is minus 2. Minus 2 meter per second. Acceleration is negative, minus 2. Problem number 3. Here we have 4 different figures. From these you should find out whatever the desired quantity they are asking. This is 1, and it is 2, and it is 3, and it is 4. 4 questions we will be covering in the same graph, same figure. In this same slide we will be covering all these questions. Now come to question number 1. What is the speed shown on the graph in the first 5 seconds? You need to find out speed. Now this is distance time graph, right? So slope of ST graph gives velocity or velocity or speed. So slope you need to calculate from 0 to 5 seconds. So slope will be equal to delta S divided by delta T. What is delta S? From here to here, it is 25 minus 5 divided by 5 minus 0, which is equal to 4 meter per second. Okay, so this is point A and this is point B. You are finding slope for this, and this is 25. It is 15, and at A it is 5 meter. Check it up. All in all figures it is same 5, and this is 15, and this is 25. All figures it is same on y-axis. From 0 to 5, velocity is equal to 4 meter per second. That is pointed over here. Answer you have got it. Next, coming to number 2. In the second question, what is the average speed shown below? Now, in order to find out the average speed, what you should do? You should find out the total area of the graph. Area of VT graph gives delta S. Okay. So after finding delta S, you need to find out V average. Directly, you will not get V average from VT graph. Okay. So I'll be finding out area of this total. Check how I will be finding out. This is one part, and this is another part, and this is another part, right? Now I should find out area of the total, so that you will be getting delta S, which is equal to area of the first region. This is region 1. Area is 50 minus 0 and 5 minus 0. So it is 50 into 5. And next, area of region 2, it is triangle. Half base is 50 minus 0, that is 50. And what about height? Height is equal to 25 minus 5, that is 20. Plus last one, it is a rectangle, that is 100 minus 50 into, along this vertical it is 25 minus 0, right? And this finally it will be in meter everywhere. Totally this is in meter. Now this gives you, if you calculate this total, you will be getting approximately 2000 meter, that is delta S. Now we should find out V average. V average is equal to delta S divided by delta T, that is 2000 by how much is time? 100. 2000 divided by 100. Two zeros gets cancelled. So V average is equal to 20 meter per second. This is the final expression. Answer is valid. 20 meter per second is the answer. Question number 3, distance traveled in the journey shown below. You need to find out the total distance traveled over here. What do you need to find? Area of VT graph gives delta S, that is total distance traveled. But here it is curved graph, right? Okay. So in order to find out the area of the curved graph, generally in graph paper you will be having such type of green marks in the graph paper. So in order to find out curved graph's area, you will count these small squares. Each small square, this is a small square, check it up. This is small square, I am plotting it here. This is small square. So like that, each square is equal to 1 unit. Okay. Now how many squares are being covered under this total curved region? You will be counting them like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like that. You will be counting all those squares. And if there are 2 half squares, you will count it as 1. If there are 3 half squares, you will be counting it as 1.5. Like that, you need to find out how many number of squares are being covered within this curved region. You will add those all. Finally, you will be getting net area under this curved graph. So same thing I can do it here. Or instead of that, I don't want to make it complicated. So what I am doing, see from this part, let me consider this as O, A and B. AB is approximately straight, not exactly straight, but approximately straight. So I am drawing a line from A to B. Okay. And this is treated to be a straight line. I will be finding out this area. It becomes one triangle with one rectangle. Next, from O to A, I'll draw one small straight line, and this becomes one triangle. So region 1, region 2 and region 3. Okay. So you should add these all 3 regions areas, so that you will be getting net area covered by the curved graph. So if you calculate that area, you will be getting the final answer as area is equal to 162.5 meter approximately. That is answer for third question. Next, coming to fourth one. Find average speed from the journey below. The average speed from the journey below is 17.5 meter per second. Find the value of t. Right. Now coming to question number 4. Fourth one. See, we have VT graph, area of VT graph gives delta S. And what is given to you? Average speed of the journey below is 17.5. It is given. What is given? V average is equal to delta S divided by delta T, which is equal to 17.5 meter per second. Then what is delta S? It is 17.5 meter per second into what is delta T? Delta T is total time taken. It is 40 seconds. Second and second gets cancelled. Delta S will be equal to 175 into 4. It is 4 5s 20. 4 7s 28 plus 2 30. 4 1s 4 plus 3 7. This is 700 meter. Delta S we have calculated. So this delta S is equal to 700 meter, and this 700 meter is equal to area of graph. Right? So you need to calculate area of this total graph. So I'll be considering this as region 1, this as region 1, this as region 2, this as region 3, and this as region 4. Okay. Area of this total graph, if you calculate area of these all, to what it should be equal? It should be equal to 700 meter. So that gives you 700 meter is equal to, first one it is rectangle, that is 20 into 5 plus second one it is triangle, half into base 20 into height is 25 minus 5, that is 20, plus third one is rectangle is t minus 20 into vertically it is 25 minus 0, that is 25, plus last one it is triangle, half into base 40 minus t, height it is 25 minus 0, that is 25. So 700 is equal to this total. Right hand side only t is unknown quantity, left hand side we have already 700. So from this you can calculate t, and that will be equal to 32 seconds. So time taken will be 32 seconds. The t is equal to 32. Students, we have one more graph to solve. In this graph it is mentioned acceleration time graph. This is acceleration time graph. Okay. Acceleration time graph, you can calculate only area. Slope you should not calculate. You will be calculating only area. And what is area of acceleration time graph gives you? Area of acceleration time graph gives you change in the velocity, delta v. Okay. So that you should keep in your mind when you are solving the problem. Now from acceleration time graph, first question is describe journey of the object. You should describe the journey of the object. So in order to describe the journey, what I'll do, I'll take this as A, and I'll take this as B, C, D, E, and F. These are the points I am representing. Now describe journey of the object. Check it up in this figure. From B to C, understand it. When I am speaking about BC, AD, you should check the figure. From B to C, acceleration is constant, that is 4 meter per second square. So from 0 to 3 seconds, A is equal to 4 meter per second square, and this is non-uniform motion with uniform acceleration. Okay, it is non-uniform motion with uniform acceleration. Non-uniform motion with uniform acceleration from 0 to 3 seconds. Next, coming from 3 to 7 seconds. From 3 to 7 seconds, what is happening to acceleration? Acceleration is decreasing. From 4, it is becoming 3. From 3, it is becoming 2. And from 2, it is becoming 1 and then 0. So it is decreasing, right? So therefore, from 3 to 7 seconds, it is A acceleration is not constant. It decreases. It is decreasing. So as it decreases, velocity decreases, right? So therefore, body is retarding. Velocity decreases with time. Velocity decreases with time. That is from D to E in 3 seconds to 7 seconds. Next, last second you see 7 to 9, last one. From 7 to 9 seconds. How is the journey? See, check it up. Acceleration is coming from 0 to -2. Acceleration is increasing in opposite direction. Opposite direction. So that means, for example, if body is traveling right side, positive, plus A. From here, it is coming back to opposite direction. So first acceleration is 4 meters per second. So that is 4. 4 to 0. Again, it has approached 0 by 7th second. So 0th second నుంచి ఎటు పోతుంది, ఆపోజిట్ డైరెక్షన్ లోనే ట్రావెల్ చేస్తుంది. 0 నుంచి -2 దగ్గరకు పోతుంది. So therefore, acceleration is increasing in opposite direction. Therefore, it is called as negative acceleration. Remember, negative acceleration and deceleration both are not same. Negative acceleration represents that body is traveling with opposite directional acceleration, whereas retardation represents that body is traveling in the same direction but its velocity is decreasing with respect to time. Negative acceleration means velocity increases with respect to time but in opposite direction to that of the actual motion of the body, just like how in this figure I have explained. So that is the total description of journey, and overall it is non-uniform motion. Coming to question 2. Find velocity. Now, as I told you, from acceleration time graph, you can calculate area. Area of AT graph gives acceleration. Sorry, change in the velocity. As it is acceleration time graph now, you should find out area. So delta V. Acceleration of AT graph gives you delta V. Sorry. Area of AT graph gives you delta V. You should find out area. Let me take this as region 1. This as region 2 and this as region 3. Region 1 is a rectangle. So you can write it as area is equal to 3 minus 0 into 4 minus 0 plus. Second one is a triangle, half into base 7 minus 3, height 4 minus 0 plus. Last one is triangle, region 3, half into base 9 minus 7, height is -2 minus 0. Okay, this is equal to 3 into 4 plus it is 2 2's 4, 7 minus 3 is 4, 4 2's 8, and this is plus 7, 9 minus 7, it is 2 and 2 gets cancelled, and this is -2. This is -2. So 3 4's 12, 12 plus 8, 20, 20 minus 2, it is 18 meter per second. This is the velocity of the journey. Okay. So final average velocity, and remember that this is average velocity. This is average velocity. It is not instantaneous velocity, it is average velocity. So you cannot get instantaneous velocity from this method. You should use integration and differentiation for instantaneous velocities. This is average velocity. Always graphs gives you average values. And next, coming to question number 3. Acceleration in 0 to 3 second. 0 to 3 second. What is acceleration? 4 meter per second square. This is value 4 meter per second square. 0 to 3 second. Next, from 3 second to 7 second. What is its value? Variable. So from 3 second to 7 second, A is variable. It is not fixed value. What is happening here? 3 to from 4 it is tending to 3, 3 to 2, and then 2 to 1, and 1 to 0. It is variable. Next, coming from 7th second to 9th second, right? This part. In 7th second to 9th second, acceleration is variable. Acceleration is variable. It is increasing from 0 to minus 2 meter per second square. In opposite direction, body is traveling. That is negative acceleration. So region 1 acceleration, region 2 it is called deceleration, and region 3 negative acceleration.